Hello there, this is Cookies. I've got turn 23 of MA Naba. It's part of my Saturday recording session. Going, I think, through turns 20 through 25 is the goal. So we found another magic site. We found Singing Stones here, which is Earth and 1 Glamour, which is pretty nice. It's a new site. Here, a proclamation from Bandar log. Have a number of battles. We get 2 free Lamias, which is nice. We get a whole bunch of province income in Dunster, which is amazing. And it's one of the ones that we just rated, so that probably hints at that result. So let's go ahead and dive into some of the battles. First up, though, we're going to start with the big battle in Hubbarton between Ballin playing Abysia and iFlight playing Bandar log. Alright, so we see here, iFlight has not updated his formation. He still has the big block of Tiger Riders on the bottom with a bunch of Gurus. We'll check out his Bless in just a second. I'll pull up both Blesses just to remind everyone. So we have some of the Mercadas shooting off their arrows. Ballin's recruited some archers to help out on his side. Alright, so Bandar's Bless is some fire resistance, blur, blood surge, true sight, larger, and awareness. Fire resistance is generally useful. Useful in this particular fight against the fire shields of Abysia, which is part of Ballin's Bless. But it's a little bit of an anti-Naba Bless. So we have true sight for seeing through different glamour stuff. We have awareness, which is a good cavalry bless. It gives them unsurroundable, too, I think. So it reduces some of the harassment penalty. We have larger, so you get bonus strength and therefore bonus damage and some extra hit points. And you have 2 tigers per square still, as you can see. So it's really nice. You also don't need to bless to get that effect, which is also nice. And you don't for True Sight either. He's got Blood Surge, so if his tigers kill anything, then they get even more stat buffs. I think 3 attack, 3 defense, some others, maybe some strength. And then there's Blur, which gives enemy units a -2 to their attack rolls to hit you. So we can pull up some of these. So here's Blur, -2 to the attack penalty, unless they have Spirit Sight, which Ballin does not. I don't believe they do. I can double check. We've got the True Sight here, which negates other cavalry from gaining a similar sort of blur advantage against him. And is what I consider the anti-Naba Bless, because my Sacreds have Glamour. And I believe Zan's Sacreds do as well. So maybe a little bit more of an anti-elf bless. He's also got enlarged. Oh, reduced defense, sorry, but increased hit points and strength. So we can see that up there. And we've got the unsurroundable 2 from awareness. And they've also got some combat stars. So in terms of the stats for this particular one, we have 14 protection, a 22 damage falchion, 15 attack skill, which is very good, 17 defense skill, which is pretty good for elite sacred cavalry. It's not out of this world like the Asphodel Bless, but it's pretty good. And there's a lot of stuff kind of working towards making it effectively higher. So Unsurroundable 2 and Blur give you sort of a soft 21 defense skill, because you're lowering the enemy's attack and you're lowering your own harassment penalty. So if you're taking multiple attacks, you get a lot more value out of this defense skill than other people. And then you have these pretty killy tigers as well, which you get the bite and the claw. So you get 3 attacks per square, or no, 6 attacks per square, 3 attacks per unit, and you have reasonably high defense skill troops. Now, over on Ballin's side, we have these lava warriors from Abysia. Let's find one that's not weakened. All right. So, lava warrior from Abysia, they have the worst defense. They go berserk. They have weapon defense modifiers. They have armor and shield defense modifiers. They have a cold penalty. So they're already at 0 defense, I guess. But they do get Ballin's Bless, which is regen, and Fire Shield. And he gets 1 MR because of a throne he's taken. Now the Morning Stars, they get +2 attack versus shields. And notably, the Tiger Riders do have a little buckler. So these Lava Warriors are going to actually be 2 attacks per unit at 13 attack for 17 damage. Oh gosh, I keep looking at the weakened one. Okay. 13 attack at 19 damage. Sorry. Now, 13 attack against, what did we say it was? 17 defense, but kind of like a soft 21 defense is a big gap. These Lava Warriors are really going to have a hard time hitting. And the Fire Shield isn't going to do as much, I think, because of the fire resistance on the Bless. So this is, I would say, a fairly tough matchup. The protection on the Lava Warriors is good. Regen helps, but these Tiger Riders are killy enough to punch through that protection. And they're going to be hitting constantly. So I'm not feeling good about Ballin's chances here. But let's go ahead and take a look. Additionally, there's some formation shenanigans going on here. So iFlight's trying to pull in the Lava Warriors on the Mercata Archers. And somehow he's managed to line up his Tiger Riders against the very expensive Salamanders of Abysia, who have a 20 damage magic attack. Notably, it's an AoE 1 magic attack. So it could definitely actually cause some damage. It doesn't care about the defense skill. And you can see, even though they got killed off pretty quick, they still dealt some damage. Yeah, you can see the Fire Shield's not doing much. A couple of them are catching on fire, but it's not too bad. We have some Tiger Riders on the attack rear. We have some Fire Elementals coming out. Fire Elementals ate a big nerf coming from, or Elementals in general, because they no longer get like tons of extra HP from multiple sizes. So they lost the kind of like the multiple life effect they had before, is my understanding. But they didn't get a bunch of HP to compensate, so now they're just really bad. Or at least it doesn't appear like they got a lot of extra HP to compensate. So really this is a 25 HP, 11 damage Flame Strike that you paid a Fire Gem for. But, and Body Ethereal on them is nice. But these Tiger Riders have 6 attacks per square at about 20 damage. So they're going to kill these Fire Elementals in 2 rounds. Because they're going to land 1 to 2 attacks per round. And they're going to deal maybe enough damage to even one-hit the Fire Elemental. So I don't think they're going to do much. You can see here the Lava Warriors getting killed off. A number of them have charged off against these Mercata, where they're just going to waste their time running across the battlefield, fatiguing themselves out. Well, maybe not, because they haven't actually done any fighting yet. But now the Tiger Riders are in the Archers. They have a much higher combat speed than Lava Warriors. So, in terms of the race to the rear on both sides, the Tiger Riders are going to win. So let's go ahead and speed up this massacre a little bit. So the Tiger Riders get into the mages. They're looking at this profit here. And then these guys are now running, and they're going to get massacred by the Tiger Riders. So they've got big stat debuffs because they're running away. Is there a way to see that? Yeah, routing -4. So now they don't have a prayer of hitting. And the only way the Tiger Riders hurt themselves is by the rolling badly against the fire shields. Alright, so that's kind of the big showcase battle for this turn. So Abysia loses two anathemate salamanders, so pretty expensive mages because you're paying for these holy 2-paths. Loses his prophet, 50 Abyssian infantry at 20 gold a pop, 62 lava warriors at 32 gold a pop, or 30 gold a pop, and 8 salamanders at 50 gold a pop. And in return, he's killed some Mercata, a few barbarians, and 19 of the 60 gold Tiger Riders. So these Tiger Riders are pretty expensive. He has killed a decent number of them, but there's still about 40 left. So definitely a decisive victory for Bandar log, and my scout manages to get away, I guess. So, all right. So, a big victory for iFlight and Hubbarton. We've got Vanarus going after Pythium. So, trying to put Pythium under siege. So, we have some of these chewed herdmen coming in. Just doing a little raid. Decent number of these legionnaires, though. And it looks like they were on attack rear because they're getting into the slingers. Yeah, it looks like they managed to get into the commanders and slingers. I want to see this again just to watch it a little more closely. So we're looking at the capital PD for Pythium here. So I think the key to this battle is they're going to get after these commanders when the slingers rout. Yeah, so they killed them right here. Now these guys are going to rout. So they've got the stat debuffs, so the herdmen are going to clean them up now. So well done by Zan. Pretty budget way to clear some cap PD. I mean, you're still losing like 350 gold, but for clearing cap PD, I think it's worth it. Especially if you're trying to do it with a budget expendable force, because you're worried about running into like a 600 unit army. So well done there. In Morn, we have Pyrene attacking. So we have a number of swordsmen. I think we've seen this party before. This time they're going to go after some slingers. Yeah, kind of fortunate the slingers targeted the shielded guys. Alright. And then we have a trio of R-Raids. So let's go ahead and check out Mir. So the Falcon's going first, and their job is to distract. We do shoot on our way in. And now we get to find out how good camels are against barbarians, because I think this might be a little bit more than 6 PD. We get a fortunate rout, I think, on a number of them. Yeah. This could have been a lot worse. Maybe our very high combat speed helping us out, killing some of the barbs before they had a chance to swing their hammers. Combat speed is one of the stats I'm a little less familiar with. I've just noticed that I really like it on cavalry. Like when I buff it, it feels good. So At best, it's anecdotal. But yeah, this commander gets pinned in, and so this raid works. It's a little bit expensive though. We lose 4 of our camel riders, so about 100 gold. But I think that's worth it. In Kaseftia, we go ahead and go after a little bit more PD. The Falcons land. The heavy infantry turn around, so we get a free fight on the militia. They rout. Still distracted by the Falcons, so we're going to bring the fight to the heavy infantry now. And there we go. So, no, lossless there. And Winden. Moving in again. This time it's Deer Tribe, which we should be a little bit better against. It's only 6 of the warriors up front. Again, we have that pretty high combat speed. And probably pull that up again. So yeah, combat speed, I think like 26 versus 11. So we'll take a quick look. So out of these Wolf Tribe warriors, where are they? Yeah, down here. So this Wolf Tribe guy got to attack first. This one, the camel got to attack first. He just missed. Wolf Tribe attacked first. Camel attacked first. Wolf Tribe attacked first. And Camel attacked first. Okay, so maybe it wasn't as good as I thought. Alright, so it was about 50-50 on who attacked first. Alright. I'll try to look into a few more of those, just see how we do. So here we lose just 1 mount, I guess. Alright, and then in Monherboa, Vanarus is attacking Pythium. Again, just 1 PD. I don't think we need to watch that. It's fine. In Amberfields, we have a large Pyrrhenian army. The army that won the Great Battle with pretty low attrition. Just taking on some Fort PD. So we can see some of the stuff they're doing. We have lightning bolts, group bark skin, and he's chosen lightning bolts because Jotun have this susceptible to shock vulnerability. So they take up to 5 extra damage. So with lightning bolts that do, I think, about 14 damage on average, plus a DRN, it definitely helps out. A little bit of friendly fire there, but that's evocation mage's precision for you. The enemy's routing, so the mages could probably stop casting spells. I understand. Sometimes you want them to, sometimes you don't. I think in that case you don't. So loses 1 Emerald Knight to primarily friendly fire. Jotun Bondi gets credit for a kill though. And then in Dunster, we have our final raid. This is against some Horse Tribe. They have 25 combat speed. Probably not great for looking at that particular stat. But we fire as we charge in, which is, I think, a pretty cool feature on these little camel riders. Alright, and we have yet to use the pillage like raid command either, which would also be kind of cool to use. Alright. So that raid goes well. I guess we lost another mount. Actually, what was this last thing? And our scout got patrolled out. Okay. So we caught the great battle at Hubbarton. Notably, Kitty Doth Meowth did not show up to that battle. So Mullen's Bless is still online. He's just going to have to move forward more troops and sacreds. In terms of how things are going on the Jotunheim front, so we've had the attack round, now we're doing the stealth round, except we're attacking Glyph with another little raiding party. This troop moved under this, Jotunheim had some trogs take this province from him, so we're using this to hide our like elfing attacks, so they can just kind of go under this, and then they could attack elsewhere. Unless he wants to kill these trogs. So we're going to go ahead and use it as a base to attack Gulf. And we're going to go ahead and move under Onremark, which is now a Vanarus province. Just got attacked by some cavemen. And we're going to see if we can get around up here. Not sure how Pyrene's going to want to conduct this little bit of the war. So we're going to try and help shut things down, cut off income. Additionally, we've got these sacreds moving out, so we've got two little bands of sacreds here that we can do stuff with. We're moving out a new Carib to try and lab this province, and that's so I can drop off boots after I move Mukarib over here. And yeah, I can still foreign recruit mages here. We've turned on more Mukarib production. You know, it's everywhere. Everywhere with a fort, and we're building this fourth fort. And we have not quite moved out yet. We're 2 turns away from Soulslay, but I want to have this lab go down the turn that I move into here. And that's just so I can be really efficient with my mage turns. All right, and we're moving these Mukarib up to Blue Coast. We are moving 2 of our guys up here that have boots. We're going to go ahead and make a 3rd boot. And that's because we have 2 of these guys down here, and we're going to be making a 3rd, so that'll allow all the Mukarib to join up, I think, in Oblak. Because with the boots, you can actually make it there. So, also, we're doing a little bit of foreign recruit. We're still recruiting Avites. This guy is bringing up the Avites that we've gotten so far. So these Adite elite soldiers. And we're collecting some more up here. So we'll have a little bit of additional giant support with 23 damage scimitars. That'll be pretty nice. And yeah, I think that's most of it. Oh, this turn, did a little bit of chatting with Kidzen. He wanted glamour gems. I'm not exactly sure why, but I have a lot of glamour gems I can't really spend at the moment. I'm getting 10 air, 10 fire, and 10 nature from him. So that's a trade I'll do every time at the moment because my fire income is abysmal. And I'm spending my air gems pretty well. Also spending down my nature. So definitely looking forward to that trade. And I think that's it. Yeah, we've got these guys trying to patrol down the unrest and the false prophet down here. So it's a pretty valuable province at 170 gold, so we're just trying to patrol all this down. And yeah, I think that's most of it. We're starting to get these alquils out, keep our research up, even if we mobilize some mages. So I'll go ahead and see you in turn 24 as we get ready to move out this army next turn and take our chances on Osiri. Yeah, so think that's it. Yeah, I'll see you. Have a good one.